Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back with another screw attack death battle. But the Green Lantern versus Ben 10. It's a bit of a weird matchup. I kind of think of it in the way that I figure they haven't done like Superman versus Saitama, which I believe is something the fandom has been calling for a very long time. To settle another debate after they've already settled the Goku versus Superman one. But I don't know. I think about it in the same way in that Saitama's world is a bit exaggerated, and it's a parody. It's a parody anime, and things are not consistent in terms of scaling, right? So it would be a bit difficult to put those two characters against each other. And I kind of view this the same way as well. Even though in Ben 10's world it's not nearly as exaggerated as in Saitama's world, because in Saitama you have him knocked into space and he holds his breath so that he doesn't die, which holding your breath in space will still get you killed, right? So in Ben 10's world it's not nearly as exaggerated, but there are scenarios where Ben finds himself in a situation and he gets knocked through a wall or something. Situations where a 10-year-old kid should die in, but he doesn't die, right? So I kind of viewed in that same light, and I know I didn't watch Ben 10 the final seasons. I watched it earlier on, but I do know eventually he is able to access the ability of one of the aliens who is at universe level destruction, which I don't know, it just seemed a bit exaggerated to me. I remember seeing the episode, but I didn't watch the entire season. So it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird matchup, but I do see the similarities. The Green Lantern using his ring, Ben 10 using his bracelet. They're both drawing powers from different entities to make themselves powerful. From the thumbnail, they seem to be using younger Ben 10 and not the older one, which would have more experience and more aliens at his disposal. He does access more aliens as he gets older. And Hal Jordan is the Green Lantern they chose to use here. No surprise there. Although to be honest, it would be great to see John Stewart in I don't know, whenever there's a video or something that is being made, you barely see John Stewart, and I know he only became as popular like after Justice League, the animated series, but he's still one of the better Green Lanterns in my opinion. But he doesn't seem to get involved in a lot of things. But you're going with Hal Jordan, so Hal Jordan, and I can see, in a way, similar to being Hal Jordan and Ben, they're a bit childlike, right, in their personality. So it should be a very interesting matchup. So very excited. Let's get into it, right? So my money's on Ben 10, if only because of the aliens that he gets later on. I don't know if they will use those aliens here.
For years, humans have gazed at the
if
stars,
they don't,
contemplating the possibilities of first contact with an alien race.
If they're only relying on Ben's earlier aliens, then I will give I can see Hal taking the win. Right? Only if they go into older Ben and later aliens, then I can actually see him winning.
And bearer of the power ring. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Benjamin Tennyson was just your average 10-year-old boy. He loved video games, hated school, and was prepared to have the most boring summer vacation ever.
He's not going to win. He's inexperienced and he tends to make a lot of mistakes that a kid would. Right? So I don't see him winning this one.
It stuck itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid.
No, he's got superpowers. He's no more than every kid. He's Ben 10. Sorry, Wesley. Just can't help myself. That theme song's so damn catchy.
This strange device was the Omnitrix,
it is.
a portable library of intergalactic genetic data that can transform its user into a variety of different alien species.
Sounds like the perfect way to get freaky with some alien babes from all across the galaxy.
Well, you do you. But the cosmic warlord Vilgax had something different in mind. With the Omnitrix technology, he planned to create an army of superpowered aliens and conquer the universe.
And Ben 10's bracelet at this point in time actually has a time limit. I think later on they kind of remove it, but if they're going with the younger version of Ben 10, then there's a limit to how long you can actually hold
the
one
Omnitrix
alien.
contains a built-in radio, universal translator, distress signal, a self-defense pulse blast against anyone trying to force it off Ben's wrist, and, as a bonus, it can tell time.
And whenever Ben comes across a new alien he'd like to cosplay, it can scan their DNA so he can add them to his transformation collection. And he's got a ton to choose from. He's got alien forms that can control the elements like lightning, water, ice, earth, and fire with his very first transformation ever, Heat Blast, along with some just beautiful fire puns.
I'm totally hot.
And some really weird ones
gotta
too.
respect the classics.
As Forearms, he's strong enough to create
I
shockwaves
think later on
with
he was
mere
able
punches.
to
As
merge that,
Accelerate,
right?
He can run fast enough to dodge lightning. As Diamond Head, he can survive massive explosions like they were nothing. But if you prefer brains over brawn like myself, he can increase his intelligence with alien forms like Brainstorm, who has an IQ of 1 nonillion. That's a 1 followed by 30 zeros, and more than 3 octillion times greater than the highest recorded IQ in history.
He can fly as Jet Ray, duplicate himself with Ditto, and eat his feelings away as Upchuck. Whiz, that's really not a healthy way to handle issues.
You know, you're right, Boomstick.
Yeah, he should really just stick to alcohol. And if he ever wants to suck for some reason, he's got Waka Trout, which is a fish with legs. And that's it.
Probably Ben's worst transformation,
Yeah,
and that's
that's
saying a
about it.
lot considering he has an alien literally named the Worst.
If old-timey horror movies are your thing, Ben can transform into every classic monster you can think of. Because I guess zombies and werewolves were aliens
These
all
are
along.
later aliens,
I
though. These
knew
weren't
it.
in the
Through
first.
different forms, Ben can manipulate the fundamental forces of the universe, like gravity, radiation, time, and energy. Feedback, for instance, once absorbed the entirety of the Big Bang, and then fired it at a robot supervillain, creating a time loop and saving the universe.
Yeah, as he's got used to hero work, Ben's aliens started getting pretty insane. Like Way Big, who's basically a giant kaiju who can fire
Okay,
a
so it's time to
cosmic
look
ray
at they're
from his
going
chest,
to the
powerful enough to hurt a
older
being made of pure
version, or
energy.
the
And
aliens
let's
from the
not
older
forget my
version. I thought
personal
they were
favorite
going to limit
alien,
him to the smaller ones,
Molestache.
but nope.
He's a mole who punches people with his mustache.
This is from the
You
remake,
can't write
right?
that.
Truly a fearsome addition to Ben's massive arsenal. But contrary to the show's very specific title, Ben's Omnitrix doesn't just have access to 10 alien forms. In
not
fact,
10
it
aliens
has
anymore.
1,912,000.
Used to be 10.
He's no ordinary kid. He's been 1,912,000. Yeah, it doesn't.
It's like
doesn't
scrolling
quite
through
roll off the
Netflix trying to
tongue like
find
Ben 10 does it.
decide on a show to
Well,
watch.
let's see if I
So
can
he
take
usually
one of
does
these
stick
babies
to a
for a
few, but I
spin.
think initially
Where
it
did
was
you
10.
get that?
Don't worry about it. Whoa.
Well, the Omnitrix does have one drawback. It usually has an automatic cooldown period for a few minutes between transformations, because overuse can permanently disfigure the user's DNA.
All right, we're gonna say that 4 seconds earlier.
Yeah.
If you excuse
Isn't the
me,
time limit
I need to
removed
clean up
later
my
on?
friend.
I can't remember,
I'll
but
fix this later.
I don't
This
recall him
cooldown
still
would
having
be a
the limit
recurring
when he
issue
gets
for
to
Ben until
when he gets
he
to college
discovered
years
Master
later
Control,
on.
a special code which, when input into the Omnitrix, just let him use it however he wanted.
And if he's ever on death's
Oh,
door,
okay.
the watch will automatically
Yeah.
pop him into whatever alien body it thinks he needs at the time to survive whatever's happening.
And there's one form that's almost always the best
Again, this
answer.
happens later
Alien
on.
X. Born in the forge of creation beyond the
Yeah.
multiverse itself, Alien X is a celestial sapien, the
Yeah.
most powerful species
Yeah,
in
the
the
overpowered
universe.
alien
He's
X.
basically a cosmic god who can punch planets to bits, fly faster than light, duplicate himself, control minds, use telekinesis, reverse time, warp reality, and even just straight up erase people from existence.
It takes a lot to get their attention, and that's fine. We don't want it.
Why not?
They could just blink, and we'd be gone.
Alien X is so tough.
There's
he survived
zero
the destruction
drawbacks,
of the
right?
entire universe by the Annihilar and didn't feel a thing. Like, his durability was so through the roof, he didn't even realize total cosmic annihilation was happening right
Yeah,
on
so
top of him.
it's like I said,
Based
if
on
they're
rough
going to use
estimates
his
made by a
later
NASA
versions,
astrophysicist,
including
the
Alien
total mass
X,
energy of the
I don't
universe
see
in
how the
joules
Green
is
Lantern would
4,
actually win
Well,
this.
that doesn't seem very impressive.
followed by 69 zeros.
Oh, there it is.
And to top it off, Ben as Alien X went and just remade an entirely new universe identical to the old one.
First of all, how the hell? Second, since he just made a copy universe, that technically means that all those characters we watched through the whole show are still dead. Damn, dude! Throw somebody
they're
a
just
bone or
new versions.
something.
However, celestial sapiens are composed of multiple personalities, and if they can't unanimously agree on what action to take, which can take billions of years, all that power is basically useless.
But Ben convinced his extra personalities that that's a really goddamn stupid and he should have full control all the time.
By
so it doesn't
tricking
matter.
them into
Why
doing
doesn't he
it.
just go full
A
alien
16-year-old
all the
tricked
time?
them into
Well,
making a
a little
decision.
variety
Beings that
doesn't
are
hurt, right? Plus, even without
millions
his
of
alien
years
forms,
old.
Ben is pretty clever and has a knack for getting himself out of trouble, even when things get really weird.
And
He
he's
doesn't
saved
have
the
a knack for
universe
getting
more
out of
times
trouble.
than
It's
he can
usually
count.
just
He's
plot
defeated
armor, right?
Vilgax
Because
when
he
he had
has
the
to
power
survive.
of a Cthulhu god, ended the hybrid conspiracy, and whooped another celestial sapien, the Galactic Gladiator, by flying so fast he created a galaxy-sized black hole.
We can tell from the size of the black hole in relation to the galaxies in the background, as well as how long it took to create, that Alien X must have been flying approximately 7 quadrillion times faster than light speed.
I get it, Wiz. Alien X is totally overpowered, but Ben doesn't keep any of those powers as a human.
Not much of a problem when the Omnitrix can instantly transform him fast enough to catch the Big Bang. The only thing truly holding Ben back throughout his hero career was his immaturity, being a 10-year-old and all.
Oh yeah, like that one time he messed with the Omnitrix and accidentally set it to self-destruct. After charging up for a few days, it would destroy the whole
This is
universe.
weird. In their
on its
intro
own.
earlier on, they said that
So
they're
that's not
using.
great.
They said that he's
Fortunately,
16.
Ben grew
So
into
they're
a
using
reliable
his
and
abilities
wildly
from when he's
successful hero by
16,
the
but
time
then
he
they're
reached
talking
the age
about
of
his
16. He would
immaturity when he
continue
was
his hero
10.
work into the future, eventually
So I'm
adopting
a
the
bit
name
confused
Ben
as to which
10,000.
version
The
they're
world
using.
can rest easy with Ben 10 as its first and best line of defense.
6-6 and Volcanus? What are they doing here?
About to get their alien butts kicked. That's what. Going hero.
Very mature,
Hal
man.
Jordan was just your average, devilishly handsome ladies' man and hotshot test pilot who discovered a crash-landed alien ship in the desert. Okay, so maybe he's not so average.
I'll say he found this guy Abin Sur dying in a crashed spaceship who gave Hal a little green ring before kicking the bucket.
And so, by reciting an ancient oath, Hal Jordan would become a Green Lantern.
Brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern, light!
What's this from?
The Green Lantern Corps is a universe-spanning law enforcement organization founded by the immortal Malthusians, also known as the Guardians of the Universe.
Hey, there's Space Oompa Loompas.
More like leprechauns.
Okay, fine, whichever mythical creature you want.
No, I mean a group of them traveled to Earth centuries ago and literally evolved into modern-day leprechauns.
I did not
Knew
know
they
that.
were real.
Anyway, the Green Lantern Corps has patrolled the
Where's
known
the
universe
gold?
for 3 billion years, recruiting members of every shape and size.
Including a living planet, a sentient smallpox virus, some guy with an exploding volcano for a head, a living math equation, and a squirrel. Man, even after all these years, Wiz, comics are weird.
Imagine what it felt like for Hal when he began training on the Guardian homeworld Oa. Over time, he grew to be one of the Corps' greatest members and defender of the universe.
Just with that ring of his,
Ryan Reynolds,
it might
Green
look
Lantern.
tiny, but if Mjolnir, Yoda, and years of
Still
therapy
waiting
have
on
taught
that
me
Green
anything,
Lantern Corps
it isn't the
movie.
size that counts. It's what you do with it.
Right. The Green Lantern Power Ring is actually one of the most impressive weapons ever made. It's most well known for its ability to create hardened light constructs that function identically to what
They
they're
certainly
inspired
don't
by.
demonstrate it
Anything
that
from
way.
boxing
Keeps
gloves
getting
to
his ass
machine
kicked
guns
by
to an
Superman,
entire solar system. While a
outsmarted
ring's
by
wielder
Batman,
must be
who actually
familiar
removed
with
the
the
ring
object
without
they're
him even
creating.
noticing
They
it.
don't necessarily need to know all the ins and outs for it to
Darkseid
function.
kicking his
The
ass.
ring's energy can boost
The
Hal's
animations,
strength and speed,
the animated
and
films
also
don't do
protect
him
him with a
justice.
force field. He can shoot lasers, phase through objects, turn invisible, read minds, heal wounds, and fly through space faster than light.
The only true
Turning
limit to
invisible?
a Power Ring's utility is its user's imagination, insofar as allowing the Green Lanterns to bend the rules of the universe to their whims. They can transmute matter and energy, manipulate time, form pocket dimensions, and warp the fabric of reality.
And even though Abin Sur went out like a bitch, the ring makes a competent Green Lantern really tough to kill. It has built-in defenses to protect against mind control, and it can sometimes yank its owner out of harm's way all on its own.
It can even defend against multiversal erasure events, like when Kilowog survived the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
That's right, this guy tanked a freaking retcon to the face. Whatever's in these rings, I want it in my dune buggy stat.
That would be pure,
So why
unfiltered
just Kilowog?
willpower.
Yeah, how many miles to the gallon you think that is?
Okay, well, Green Lantern's ability stems from their own willpower. The stronger their will is, the more their ring can do.
So if willpower is green, does that make fear brown?
Yellow, actually, as dictated by the emotional electromagnetic spectrum, an energy field from which all emotion in the universe is derived.
Kinda like if the Force from Star Wars was a rainbow of feelings, and Hal's got more willpower busting out than anybody else, which makes him really damn powerful, and really damn reckless.
Green Lantern's got this.
Yeah.
His enormous power has led to his possession by Parallax, an entity of fear, and caused entire planets to fall. But it's been said that knowing true fear made Hal's will even stronger than before.
Like when he went up against this blue dickweed Krona, who took control of all these space animal gods that embodied the different rainbow spectrum emotions.
Including Ion, the green basking shark of willpower. Yes, I know. Hal was able to overturn Krona's plan, which meant overpowering the literal embodiment of all willpower in the universe with his own willpower.
That sounds, impressive?
Impossible?
Impressible?
Yeah,
Hal's been knocked through a planet, blasted by a supernova, and punched by the reality-shattering Superboy Prime.
He was fast enough to fly to Earth from a planet at the edge of the universe. And factoring how DC's observable universe is at least 100 trillion light years in diameter,
DC has
Hal
never
must
shown
have been
most of these
flying well
abilities
over
in their animated
1.5
films.
quintillion times the speed
He's
of
always
light.
been reduced to
And
the joke or the
ring,
punchline,
Hal
which
once had to
it
pilot a
works
ship
for Hal,
traveling over light speed manually. As in, there were
never
planets and stars
really
in his
powerful
way,
enough to stand
and
up on
Hal
his
had
own
to
without help
steer.
from someone
And
else.
since he can match the god of willpower, he can pull off crazy will feats that other Green Lanterns have done. Like when Kyle Rayner held back a Big Bang.
But to be fair, the power ring is not perfect. It does carry a finite
everybody
charge, and
hold
should
back
he
a
expend
Big
too much
Bang?
energy
Ben
too
did the
quickly,
same
he'll
thing.
need his power battery to refuel.
Also, if his opponent can ruin his willpower, or even just his belief in himself, Hal won't be able to use the ring, which is lame.
Yeah, these powers are pretty complex. Batman once had a plan to trick Kyle into thinking he was blind, and because he believed he was, the ring reacted to his thoughts and actually made him blind.
But Hal's too badass to let a little sadness take him out for good. Hell, he's got the cojones to arrest God. But Wiz, I gotta address the yellow elephant in the room. Why the hell are Green Lanterns weak to yellow?
Ages ago, yes, the Green Lanterns couldn't affect anything yellow because Parallax had messed with their power source, but that is no longer the case, so Hal isn't held back by colors. And really, that's not even the worst weakness a Green Lantern ever had.
Fighting against fear is something that's not really a weakness, but an obstacle for them.
And so as a great little FU, the gods decided to make him weak to wood right before the blows started landing. Ah, good thing it's not a problem for Hal. Whether it be brightest day or blackest night, all should respect the emerald light of the Green Lantern. Or he'll willpower you to death, apparently.
Give up? Please say no.
You'll never catch me, Lantern.
Bang.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Death battle!
Hello! Green Lantern, best-looking guardian of Sector 2814, at your service.
I can give you 10 good reasons right now to
Pixelated
let me go.
animation.
Sorry, kid. Seems you're carrying a Class A galactic superweapon. I'll just take this.
So are you, Hal. So are you.
Okay, that's interesting.
You're not the
Can't
first
leave it like
doofus
that.
to try to take this. It's hero time.
Lights out, Punchy. Come on, kid. Let's stop this before it gets heated.
Too late.
Before it gets heated. Uh-huh.
Hey, you ever seen a supernova?
Several, actually.
Ha! You're so lame. I bet I can even beat you as gray matter.
didn't mean literally.
Really?
Cute.
I stepped in loser.
Humongousaur. Really?
Yawn.
Alien X. So how's he gonna beat him now? Well, I don't see him beating. Couldn't he just will him out of existence? If he had the power to recreate a whole universe.
Reality. This is over.
I don't care what kind of power you got.
I'm sorry, but that's just ridiculous. His will makes him survive being erased from reality.
Try to say in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light! I don't care what kind of
He
power.
can warp reality and control time.
Reality includes time.
Time, huh? Thanks for the tip.
You're not the first doofus to try to take this. It's hero time.
Alright.
Ew, I stepped in loser. Oh, it hurts to laugh. Don't ask.
KO!
Well, that's another minor on our board of death.
Huh.
Ben's absurd
It's a weird
versatility
ending.
and ingenuity put up a stellar
Even-
fight, but Hal had the tools and skills he needed to ensure a victory.
While the Omnitrix's millions of aliens
Hal
is
being able
just
to control
nuts,
time
he can
thing is
only
just
ever use
odd to
one at
me.
a time, while Hal always has access to all of his powers.
Even with
And
the
even if he
flexibility
did
of
manage
master
to
control,
go back
this
in
meant
time,
Ben was always
Alien
playing
X should have
catch-up.
been able
Not
to
a great
prevent him,
position to be in,
and
considering Green Lantern's might.
Ben's Diamond Head form was tough, sure, but he wasn't surviving a planet exploding in his face. Accelerate was wicked fast, but not fast enough to cross the universe in an hour. And Way Big was really strong, but he didn't hit as hard as a supernova.
Hal simply outclassed all of Ben's options, except for one.
Yeah, how the hell did Hal beat Alien X? That thing is basically omnipotent.
Well, not exactly.
Exactly.
Celestial Sapiens are extremely powerful, but they can be beaten in battle and have failed in the past. Like the time Alien X recreated the universe. He only did that because he couldn't stop it from being destroyed in the first place.
Alien X could definitely match a lot of Hal's power, but Hal had defenses against all of X's. Mind control? The ring protects Hal's head. Mess with time? Hal can do that too. Trying to wipe him from existence? Please, Green Lanterns can survive an entire universe being erased.
Likewise, Alien X has never shown any defenses against the same kinds of things that Hal could replicate, like mind control, transmutation, and time manipulation. Ben and his alien forms put up a great fight, and Alien X is easily one of the most powerful combatants we've ever seen on Death Battle.
I don't know, this is
However,
one of the
Hal had
weirder
the
outcomes
speed,
that I've seen in a
versatility,
while.
and literal willpower necessary to claim his victory.
Guess you could say Hal was definitely the ringer for this fight. Oh, Wiz, don't be green with envy. That pun was 10 out of Ben.
The winner is Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. Alright, so the winner is Green Lantern. Yeah, I don't think anyone saw that coming. Alright, I'm gonna, this may just be the limits of my knowledge of the Green Lantern talking, right? I'll admit that as much that I don't read as much comics for Green Lantern. So from what I do know of him, it's only from what I've been exposed to from animated movies, Justice League, and so on, right? But a lot of the feats that they mentioned, it's never something that I've seen Hal demonstrate before. I don't know if he in current canon can Hal Jordan do these things, right? Can he now control time in the new DC? I don't know. It just all seems a bit jarring, right? if Al has all these abilities at his disposal, why have I never seen him use any of them? Right? So again, it could be just my limited knowledge of the Lanterns. In most cases, when I do see him use any of these abilities, it's one-off, right? It's not something that he uses constantly or he's capable of using repeatedly. It's a one-off scenario where he's in the situation where he absolutely has to, right? Or the story unfolds in a way that he has access to this at this point in time, but later on he just can't use it at will, right? So that's just one of the things that is just a bit unusual to me. He fighting Alien X, and Alien X had the ability to snap him out of existence at any time, right? And for me, that includes, and if he's able to turn back time, that includes turning back time to the point before Hal was able to go back in time. And how was Hal able to stop himself? Well, they said willpower. He's able to snap himself out of existence because of willpower. But again, I've never seen him demonstrate something like this. So I guess it comes down to, and I'm not downplaying how strong the Green Lanterns are, but Alien X just seems the more powerful of the two. And again, as I said before, it's a matter of my knowledge, my limited knowledge of the Green Lanterns, and what we have seen them do on screen before versus not do. Because each time I've watched a movie with the Green Lantern, or an animated movie, or an animated series with the Green Lantern, he gets his ass kicked. And while I understand that they haven't played up all his abilities in those adaptations, they showed a clip of him fighting Darkseid, for example, right, in that movie. I think, I don't remember if it was Justice League War, right? He was fighting Darkseid, and that movie, and all the others prior to that, and all the others that will come, if Hal had the ability to stop time, turn back time, control reality, all of that never ever comes into play. So I feel like it's one of those situations where they're using abilities that he has acquired during a singular event to suggest that he's capable of doing that at any given time that he wishes to do it. And I don't believe that that's the case. That's like saying Superman Golden Sun, or Superman Prime, that Superman always has that ability. No, in that one instance where he goes into the sun and hibernates for how many years and comes out OP, that's just reserved for that one point in time, right? They don't, in none of the death battles that they've had with Superman have they had him in that form, right? Or the ability to move back and forth between that form as he feels or as he wills it, right? It's similar to the Thanos and Darkseid fight, right? Thanos, the gauntlet is a tool, right? A tool that he has access to, but at the same time, it's not a part of his ability. It's not a part of his ability, his skill set, right? It's a tool, and once the tool is removed, he no longer is able to use it. He's not constantly Thanos with the gauntlet. If Thanos is by himself, he can use the gauntlet, but once the gauntlet is removed from the equation, he just goes back to being Thanos. So I feel like it's a similar situation here, where Green Lantern's feats, while I acknowledge that he has accomplished those things, he accomplished those things within a specific vacuum, a specific arc where the story required him to do that. But that's not a part of his skill set. I don't believe in the current DC canon now Green Lantern can turn back time or warp reality or prevent himself from being wiped out of reality. I don't think he's capable of doing any of those things. Alright, so I mean that's just one. So I don't agree with the outcome, but I still enjoyed it. Thanks to Skirtak for doing this video. I very much still enjoyed the battle. The outcome just seemed a bit weird, but I did say from the beginning that the matchup itself was weird. I just thought that it would have been Ben 10 would have been the reason for it. Right, I did say that it was a weird matchup because the two characters, while they are similar to some extent, the different universes, the rules of each universe are just significantly different. So it was a weird matchup to begin with. Enjoyed the animation, enjoyed the battle, the music. So overall, loved it. The outcome, not so much. or maybe they could have, I don't know, explained the outcome a bit better in terms of why they drew that conclusion, or and had Ben, the outcome for Ben being what it was, right? But still enjoy the battle. Be sure to post on the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this attack, on this this death battle. I'm sure a lot of people are scratching their heads wondering the same thing just as I am. Like, what? How? So be sure to post on the comments. Let me know. Hit like or subscribe, and I will see you guys for the next one.